Well, good evening, folks, from Veterans Field and here in Wellston, Ohio, the home of the Wellston Golden Rockets. We're back for another night of baseball here. This time, the Wellston Golden Rockets will be taking on the McClain Tigers out of Greenfield, Ohio. The Golden Rockets come off of an 8-4 win last night against the Alexander Spartans, their first home win of the year and their first TVC win of the year. The big games are being won already here for the Wellston Golden Rockets this year. They come off a pretty solid performance. They had a nice late inning score in the bottom of the sixth inning that put them up 4 runs and put them over the edge to win it at the end of the night. Both teams are taking their infield here. The Tigers are getting done now. When we come back here at the end, at the end of the national anthem, we'll hit you with some more preview here. But we're about underway here at Veterans Field. It looks like we're going to have a start right at 5 o'clock. The umpires are here already, so they beat the umpires from last night. So we're excited. It's a great night for baseball. Beautiful weather out today, and we'll get back with some more preview after the national anthem and after the Greenfield Tigers complete their infield. We'll start off with some word commercials, and then we'll come back after that for some more preview.
Hello, I'm Dustin Jackson.
In Wellston.
Hello, I'm Dustin Jackson. I'm a catcher. I'm a senior for the Wellston baseball team. On behalf of Wellston High School baseball and softball, I'd like to thank our Golden Rocket Diamond Club Gold Level sponsors for supporting our season.
Hi, I'm Maisie Wyatt, a senior. I played third base, and I'd like to thank Young's Mechanical Installation.
Hi, my name's Maddie Childers, senior, and I play catcher, and I'd like to thank the Wellston American Legion.
Hello, my name's Adrian Herber. I'm a senior, so I play second base, and I'd like to thank Jerry's Do It Center.
Hi, my name is Mason Stevens. I'm a senior. I play first base, and I'd like to thank Jackson Brothers Construction.
Hi, I'm Carson Rapoco. I'm a senior, play center field, and I'd like to thank Carlisle Insurance.
Hi, I'm Riley Long, senior, play third base, and I'd like to thank General Mills.
Hi, I'm Reese Lewis, senior. I play third base. I'd like to thank the Sons of America League.
Thank you to all of our Rocket Diamond Club Gold sponsors for supporting Wellston baseball and softball.
In Wellston, every baseball and softball season begins with a promise. A promise to show up, hard work, and represent our Rocket community with pride. But behind every swing, every pitch, every young athlete, there's a team you don't always see. The Golden Rocket Diamond Club makes it all possible, providing gear, equipment, field support, and opportunities for every player who wears the blue and gold. This is Total Media Sports coverage of Wellston baseball and softball, proudly presented by the Golden Rocket Diamond Club.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. What started in a garage with 2 people and a dream now employs over 100 with offices locally in Wellston, Waterford, and Cincinnati. VCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at beliciofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Big plays, big smiles, and unforgettable moments. Capture them all with Corinne Janet Photography. From Rocket game nights to senior portraits, family sessions, and special events, book your memories with Corinne today.
Come see the friendly faces at Gas and Stuff in Hamden for great deals on your favorite stuff. Gas and Stuff offers a wide variety of scrumptious hot and fresh pizzas and subs. Don't worry if you are watching your calories. They also offer crisp cold salads. And don't forget about your favorite Ohio lottery games. Gas and Stuff, convenience with a smile.
Built on hard work and hometown pride, Keith Mannering Trucking proudly supports local schools while delivering dependable hauling and trucking services throughout our community. Give Keith a call at 740-418-4295. If life throws you a curveball, you don't have to face it alone. For local experienced legal representation, call Lori Silcott Ousley, attorney at law, 740-384-1900. Win or lose, we all deserve a treat. Celebrate Rocket baseball and softball with something sweet from Newkirk Bakery. Grab fresh baked favorites and our fun canned drinks for the whole team. Newkirk's Bakery, the sweetest stop in Wellston. Don't strike out on dinner. After cheering on your team, swing by the patio Grubs and Subs for hot, fresh pizza the whole crew will love. Now that is a game night win. Come see us at 114 South Ohio Avenue.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Big games require big energy, and Health Watch Good Delights and Meal Prep keeps you fueled all week. The weekly menu drops every Monday on TikTok and Facebook with pickups on Sunday at 806 Diggs Road in Wellston. Healthy made easy. True fans know.
All right, folks, and we're back after the anthem. We'll hit you right here with some starting lineups to begin the night. First, defensively for the Wellston Golden Rockets. On the mound tonight for the Golden Rockets, you've got number 4, Elijah Long, with his second start of the season. His first start came in Myrtle Beach when they took their Myrtle Beach trip to play some games there. So this is his first season, his first start of the season from home. Behind the plate, calling and receiving those pitches, Elijah will be throwing his senior number 14, Justin Jackson. He's the veteran catcher that the Wellston Golden Rockets have kind of been relying on for the past couple of days through some first-time happenings. But the Golden Rockets are ready to roll. At first base tonight, you've got number 24, Mason Stevens. Out on second base, you've got number 2, Dalton Barnett. Over at third base on the other side of the field, you got number 27, Reese Lewis. And then the other guy in the middle for the Wellston Golden Rockets to complete the infield is number 1, the shortstop, Braxton Ingalls. In the outfield tonight, starting in left field, we're going to go left to right here. In left field, you got number 5, Tyson Witt. In center field, you got number 13, Carson McCorkle. And then completing the lineup in right field will be number 3, Grayson Seitz. So that's the defensive lineup for the Golden Rockets tonight. Your offensive lineup for the McClain Tigers. Leading off for the Tigers, you got number 9, Connor Chandler. And then the batting after him, number 14, Hunter Peabody. And then goes to Colton Lamb, and the cleanup hitter, number 10, Carson Chandler. Number 11, Easton Airy will hit in the 6th spot. Number 13, Camden Penwell will be after him. And then after that, you've got Benny Van Gundy, Eli Douglas, and Matthew Cummins rounding out the latter half of the lineup for the Greenfield McClain Tigers. So we're about to get underway here from Veterans Field. Elijah Long will be ready to make the first pitch of the night, as Connor Chandler will step in after he gets a sign from his third base coach. Before you know it, we'll have a baseball game on our hands. Chandler steps in now. Lung gets the pitch. It's a fly ball out to center. Carson McCorkle's going to locate it. He's under it, and he makes the grab for the first out of the night. So just like that, 1 pitch, 1 out for Elijah Long on the mound. Nice play out there by Carson McCorkle. And the Golden Rockets already have the first out of the night as Connor Chandler will fly out to center field on the first pitch. Elijah Long setting himself up for a 3-pitch inning. Let's see if he can complete it. Number 14, Hunter Peabody will step into the box now, another right-handed hitter. Elijah Long in the windup. He delivers. Ball high. Looks like a fastball to start the night here for Elijah Long. First pitch, Hunter Peabody seen as a fastball high. Let's see what he looks for next. Elijah Long again. His throw. This one misses just outside. So 2-0 count here for Hunter Peabody at the plate. Hunter Peabody's got a nickname. Okay, apparently his nickname tonight is Petey Peabody. Maybe you'll hear me refer to him as Petey. He takes the third pitch, and it gets down into left field for a single. Gets by the left fielder, Kyson Witt. Peabody's going to turn first, and he's going to end up at second base for what will probably be scored as a 1-out double. So already a runner in scoring position tonight for the McClain Tigers. Looks like Elijah Long might have left that pitch just a bit too high. Peabody saw 3 pitches straight in the upper half of the zone, picked the one that he liked, hits it out to left field, and now he's on base. So now stepping in for the McClain Tigers, you've got number 7, Colton Lamb. The 3-hole hitter. Let's see what he likes to do with a runner in scoring position. First pitch swung on and missed. Maybe a breaking ball to start the at-bat from Elijah Long. It'll be, the count is 0-1 here with 1 out. Runner on second for the Tigers. Elijah Long misses inside. Barely misses Lamb. Wind looks like it's blowing in. It's probably going to be hard to hit one too far out in the outfield if he gets it in the air for Lamb. Colton Lamb's facing a 1-1 count here with 1 out. Third pitch of the AB. Popped up into the right field. Seitz chasing after it. This one looks like it's going to be foul. Seitz just can't quite get there. Pretty aggressive so far from the McClain Tigers. First batter, Chandler, took the first pitch out into center field. And then Peabody, his at-bat was only maybe 2-3 pitches too. So they're a swinging team so far, at least the first 3 are. Colton Lamb now, 1-2 count. Let's see what Elijah Long decides to give him after he fouls it off into right. Quick pitch there, and he bloops another one into the right field, and it'll get down as well. So Lamb reaches base on a bloop single into right field. Meanwhile, Hunter Peabody moves over to third. Runners at the corners now for the Tigers. They're in good shape here early. Mason Stevens will walk up to Elijah Long, maybe give him a couple words of advice. Now here for the McClain Tigers, you might see some action on the base paths now with runners at the corners and their cleanup hitter up. That's number 10, Carson Chandler. He'll step into the box now. Another right-handed hitter. Elijah Long gets aside, comes set. He delivers. Runner does take off. Justin Jackson throws through, but it's cut off there from Dalton Barnett at second base. So the runner will reach second safely. So now you've got Lamb at second. And you've got Peabody at third. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Tigers for their cleanup hitter, Carson Chandler. Long delivers again. This one misses just outside. 2-0 now. Long's not missing by much out there tonight. He's all around the strike zone here. Maybe he'll get one here in a couple minutes. Definitely don't want to leave one high, though. Cleanup hitter here, Chandler. He looks at a 2-0 count. Long delivers. He skies this one up. This one's going to be a little tweener in between right field, center field, and second base. And the second baseman, Dalton Barnett, ends up making the catch for the second out of the inning. Carson Chandler gets a little under that one. Maybe a pitch he'd like to have back. So now 2 down here in the top of the first inning for the Wellston Golden Rockets. Still got some work to do with runners at second and third. Right here, you're probably looking for something to roll over. Get a little ground ball to end the inning and then go hit. Number 11, Easton Airy will step in now as he looks to drive home these 2 runners before the end of the first inning. First pitch of his AB, swung on. I can't tell if it was tipped or if Justin Jackson just might have missed it, but regardless, it is strike 1. Another aggressive first pitch swing here from the Tigers. Lung delivers again. Swung on, grounded to shortstop. Fielded cleanly. Braxton Ingles. He'll make the deep throw, and he's got him. So Elijah Long works out of the two runners in scoring position, gets himself out of a little jam there as Braxton Ingles makes the play to get the Rockets out of the inning. They'll come back ready to hit the baseball when we come back from this break.
True fans know that success in baseball is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. These same qualities are important to Lockhart Insurance Agency. Give us a call at 740-384-2020. We would like to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies. Looking for firearms, ammunition, military surplus, or survival supplies? Lock and Loaded Outfitters in Wellston has you covered at 107 West Broadway Street in Wellston. Open Monday through Saturday. At Southern Ohio Smiles in Jackson, they're proud to support our local athletes. Offering general dental services and implant dentistry, they can help your smile be strong on and off the field. Call 740-577-3230 or visit them at 41 East South Street in Jackson. For excavation done right, trust Thompson & Son Excavation and Hauling. Proudly serving our community with dependable service and free estimates. Give them a call at 740-577-5577 or 740-577-1302.
All right, folks, we're back for the bottom half of the first inning here. Your defensive lineup for the McClain Tigers is as follows. Connor Chandler will be on the mound for the Tigers tonight, and Hunter Peabody will be catching him. In center field, you've got number 7, Colton Lamb. At shortstop is Carson Chandler, and then at second base is Easton Airy. Camden Pinwell will be on the left side corner at third base. Benny Van Gundy will be on the other side at first base. Eli Douglas will be in left field, and Matthew Cummins is in right. Your offensive lineup for the Golden Rockets is right here as well. Leading off for the Golden Rockets tonight, you've got number 1, Braxton Ingles. Then after him, number 4, Elijah Lung. And then number 14, Justin Jackson. Hitting cleanup tonight for the Golden Rockets is number 24, Mason Stevens. Following him is number 13, Carson McCorkle. And then Kyson Witt finishes the middle half. And then the last portion of the Golden Rockets lineup is number 27, Reese Lewis. Hitting 7th. Grayson Seitz hitting 8th. And then number 2, Dalton Barnett will hit 9th tonight for the Wellston Golden Rockets. Now, I mentioned earlier that the Golden Rockets had some late offense. But they also had some early offense last night as well. They scored a total of 8 runs. 4 of them came in the first, and 4 of them came in the 6th. So we'll see how the Golden Rockets decide to start this one off tonight. If I had to guess, Braxton Ingles is going to do what he always does, and he's going to look to get this team rolling as soon as possible here. Braxton Ingles was the pitcher last night for yesterday's contest. He struck out 11. So now he gets to lead off the Golden Rockets for their first at-bat of the evening. Braxton went 2 for 3 last night in the game against Alexander. He scored twice. So he's a pretty good leadoff hitter. We'll see what he does here. Chandler's delivery is hit right back at him. Deflected off of his glove. Ends up in the shortstop's hands, and Braxton Ingles is thrown out at first base. So some first pitch aggressiveness from Braxton Ingles as well, as that ground ball was just deflected off of Connor Chandler's glove, ended up in Carson Chandler's glove at shortstop, and then he was thrown out. I don't know. I'm going to guess that they're brothers, so a little brother-to-brother help right there as Elijah Long now steps into the box. Chandler's first delivery misses outside with a fastball. Elijah Long is a sophomore now. He's wearing number 4. He's getting some good varsity AB so far this year as he fouls this one back. Second pitch of the at-bat. It's 1-1 now. Long went 1 for 4 in last night's contest against Alexander. Faces a 1-1 count now. The delivery from Chandler is a breaking ball that gets over for a strike. And now it's 1-2. The 1-2 misses high. No chase from Elijah Lung. His plate discipline helps him out here. Now it's 2-2. With an even count, another breaking ball that's rolled over, fielded in fair ground by the third baseman. The throw over is high, and it gets by the first baseman. Elijah Long will now turn, and he will end up at second base. after the error there from the third baseman, Camden Pinwell. Pinwell just overthrows his first baseman there, Benny Van Gundy. And now Elijah Long is in scoring position. As the three-hole hitter, number 14, Justin Jackson, steps into the plate for the first time tonight. 1 for 2 last night with a walk and 2 runs scored was Justin Jackson. First pitch of his AB is a fastball that misses outside, 1-0. As Justin begins his senior year now, he's looking forward to make a big impact on this team so far this year. And I'd say, as of now, he's done a really good job hitting in the three-hole slot in every game played. He makes good contact with the ball. Pickoff attempt now at second base, and Elijah Long is picked off from second base as Connor Chandler turned and threw over to his shortstop, Carson Chandler. And that takes away the runner in scoring position for the Golden Rockets. One less variable now that Connor Chandler has to worry about on the mound. Now he's from the windup. As Justin Jackson lifts one into the air toward right field. Coming in is the right fielder, but it's going to drop. Not enough speed behind the legs of the right fielder, Matthew Cummins, there to make that play as another bloop single for Justin Jackson. So he reaches base safely, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, number 24, Mason Stevens. Mason's also a senior this year. He's also, I think, the lone left-handed batter in the lineup for tonight for the Golden Rockets. As now he'll try his hand now with Justin Jackson on first after his single on the right. Connor Chandler's first sight at a left-handed batter of the night, and he starts him off with a breaking ball. That Mason Stevens lifts high into the air in the infield, and the play is made by the second baseman, Easton Airy. So the Golden Rockets had a little bit of life to them in the first inning as they got a runner on second. But then that runner was picked off now, and we're going to the top of the second inning. Your score from Veterans Field, 0-0. We'll be back right after this.
Teamwork, dedication, and sacrifice. The same values we see on the field are values held by our members of the VFW Post 9092 of Wellston. Proudly serving veterans, their families, and our community, the VFW works every day to honor those who served our country. Through local programs and community support, Post 9092 of Wellston continues to make a difference, honoring service and supporting our community.
Every win starts with a strong game plan, and every project starts with Wilson Excavating. For demolition needs or installation of underground water, storm, and sewer lines, call 740-357-8471.
All right, welcome back, folks. As we get set to begin the top of the second inning here, Elijah Long will make his way back out onto the mound after a runless first inning on both sides for both the Golden Rockets and the Tigers. Leading off this inning for the the McClain Tigers out of Greenfield will be number 13, Camden Pinwell, and he plays third base. It'll be Elijah Long's first look at him for the night. The Golden Rockets have one TVC win under their belt so far. This is the first game they've played since their return from Myrtle Beach. That is not a league game. I'm sorry, they actually played at Oak Hill on Tuesday night, in which they suffered a 2-1 loss after a little walk-off there. That game went into extra innings, and Oak Hill was able to walk it off after a little overthrow at third base. So apart from that, this is their third game tonight against McClain since they've been back from Myrtle Beach. We've got a little bit of a delay here, looks like, as the third base coach for the Tigers calls the umpire over. The home plate umpire will now have a discussion with him before we get this second inning started. Not entirely sure what the problem is, but they seem to be looking into the Golden Rockets dugout as if there's an issue over there. Nonetheless, Justin Jackson will make his way out to visit his pitcher at the mound. He'll take a free conference as they talk some things over for the remainder of the game. We've got thumbs up all over the field now. Looks like the issue has been resolved, so we'll get this second inning underway. Elijah Lung's second inning of work tonight will begin with Camden Pinwell inside the batter's box. Lung from the windup. First pitch called for a strike on the outside corner. And he'll begin the inning with a strike. Great pitch there from Elijah Lung as he kept the ball low just on the outer half of the plate. It's a tough pitch to hit. His second pitch misses high this time. Good eye there from Camden Pinwell as he decides not to chase the high fastball. The 1-1 pitch from Elijah Lung misses low in the dirt. Another good decision not to chase there from Pinwell. 2-1 count here from Veterans Field in the top of the first inning. Lung delivers. Line drive right back up the middle. Deflected off of Lung's hand. Braxton Ingles makes the play. That's the second time we've seen that tonight. Line drive up the middle. Elijah Lung did a good job of getting his hand on it and ended up right over toward Braxton Ingles at shortstop. He makes a clean play. Fields the ball, makes a good throw over to Mason Stevens to complete the out. And that's how we begin the top of the second inning. Now number 12, Benny Van Gundy steps into the box. First pitch breaking ball from Elijah Lung finds its way inside the strike zone. An 0-1 count. Another good start here for Elijah Lung. You always want to start the batter off with a strike. And he throws the same pitch again, another breaking ball. Same pitch, same result. Now it's an 0-2 count that Benny Van Gundy's going to try to have to crawl his way out of. The 0-2, I think he might have went back to a little bit of a side-to-side moving breaking ball, but this time this is outside. So now it's 1-2. Again, Van Gundy gets the breaking ball, this time on the inner side of the plate, and the line drives it into left field for a one-out single here in the top of the second. Good at bat from Van Gundy there, as he still finds a way to get on base after falling down in the count 0-2. So now number 8, Eli Douglas, will step in for the McClain Tigers with a runner on first base. Gets a sign from his third base coach. He steps into the box now. Elijah Lung now on the stretch due to the runner on first base. His slide step delivery misses high for the first pitch of Eli Douglas's at bat. It'll be 1-0. Second pitch of the at bat misses just below the zone, and now it's 2-0. Van Gundy over at first base is not the biggest lead I've seen of the night so far. Seems to be a little hesitant to get a bigger lead. This time, ground ball up the middle. Fielded. Braxton Ingles slips it over Dalton Barnett. He makes the turn. Double play. And the Golden Rockets escape the second inning again. Great double play there from the Golden Rockets as now they'll enter the dugout with a little bit of momentum. Coming back ready to hit the ball for the bottom half of the second inning. My name's Carter Witt. You're watching this on Total Media Sports. We'll be back right after this break.
Hello, I'm Dustin Jackson. I'm a catcher. I'm a senior for the Wellston baseball team. On behalf of Wellston High School baseball and softball, I'd like to thank our Golden Rocket Diamond Club Gold Level sponsors for supporting our season.
Hi, I'm Maisie Wyatt, a senior. I played third base, and I'd like to thank Young's Mechanical Installation.
Hi, my name's Maddie Childers, senior, and I play catcher, and I'd like to thank the Wellston American Legion.
Hello, my name's Adrian Urban. I'm a senior, so I play second base. I'd like to thank Jerry's Do It Center.
Hi, my name is Mason Stevens. I'm a senior. I play first base, and I'd like to thank Jackson Brothers Construction.
Hi, I'm Carson Rapopel. I'm a senior, play center field, and I'd like to thank Carlisle Insurance.
Hi, I'm Riley Long, senior, play third base, and I'd like to thank General Mills.
Hi, I'm Reese Lewis, senior. I play third base. I'd like to thank the Sons of America League.
Thank you to all of our Rocket Diamond Club Gold sponsors for supporting Wellston baseball and softball.
All right, folks, we are back now for the bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Wellston Golden Rockets, Carson McCorkle, Kyson Witt, and Reese Lewis are your first three to step into the batter's box here for the offensive portion for the Golden Rockets. Connor Chandler back out there on the mound for the Tigers. And they just took the throw down, so we're ready to rock and roll here for the bottom of the second inning here from Veterans Field. Your score still 0-0. Let's see how we can change that tonight. First up for the Golden Rockets, wearing number 13, Carson McCorkle. Gets his sign from the third base coach tonight. That's Josh Jackson over there in the coach's box on the third base side for the Golden Rockets, and Carson McCorkle steps in. The first pitch from Chandler misses low with a fastball. Chandler again from the windup. He delivers. This time, ground ball over to the right side. Second baseman fields it cleanly. That's Easton Airy. And he makes a throw over to Benny Van Gundy for the out.
Now batting.
The Tigers start their second inning with an out. Now stepping into the batter's box is number 5, Kyson Witt. He's a sophomore, new to the varsity level as well. And the first pitch he sees is a breaking ball that finds its way into the strike zone for strike one. Again from Chandler, this time misses outside. And that evens the count up at 1-1. You know, Kyson Witt hitting in the 6th spot. Maybe wasn't expecting a first pitch breaking ball, but that's what he got. Now he's working with a clean slate because of an even count, and this time Chandler misses again on the right side of the plate, and now it's 2-1. Kyson Witt working his way to a good at-bat. As again, Chandler delivers another breaking ball, and he misses again. Now a hitter's count here for the sophomore, Kyson Witt. Chandler has to have a good position on this ball, and the fastball misses high. So the first walk of the evening tonight for Chandler as Kyson Witt reaches base after 4 balls thrown from the pitcher. That brings up the senior, number 27, Reese Lewis. Will take his first at-bat of the night. Gets the sign from the coach, checks his wristband. He's got it, and he's ready to roll here in the second inning. Chandler again misses outside with a fastball to begin the at-bat for Reese Lewis. Kyson Witt on first base. He's got a little bit of speed to him, so we'll see maybe if he decides to take off here before long. Decent lead. Chandler misses again, this time on the inside part of the plate. Chandler so far, two times he's fallen behind in the count to a Golden Rocket batter. Reese Lewis takes the 2-0 pitch and he fouls it off inside of the Golden Rockets dugout. 2-1 now for Reese Lewis. His first at-bat of the night. Reese actually won the construction hat player of the game, I suppose the Golden Rockets are going to call it, from last night's game against Alexander. And again, he's found his way into a 3-1 count. Chandler again will face a batter after 3 balls thrown. Trying to limit free bases, I'm sure, is Chandler. So we'll see what he does here. The 3-1 delivers. And it got a piece of Reese Lewis. Folks, that won't go down in the scorecard as a walk. That will go down as a hit by pitch. As now the Golden Rockets have 2 runners on in the bottom of the second. And that brings up number 3, Grayson Seitz, hitting in the 8th spot tonight, playing right field. He gets his sign from the coach over on the third base side. And he steps into the batter's box, prepared to do his job here. Maybe he'll decide to move the runners over. Let's see. Chandler delivers. He squares, and he fouls off the bunt. So that was indeed the mindset of Grayson Seitz as he stepped into the batter's box, trying to move the runners over. That way Dalton Barnett has a shot at driving those 2 in with 2 runners in scoring position. Grayson Seitz just misses the bunt and fouls it off. So the umpire will give the catcher some time after I'm sure that ball probably got a piece of him as well. So 0-1 now for Grayson Seitz. Right-handed batter. Chandler from the stretch, breaking ball, and that is a strike as well. Great pitch there from Chandler. After seeing Seitz square up for the bunt for the first pitch, he decides to come back with a breaking ball And he finds the strike zone now. So 0-2. Now Grayson Sykes has some work to do now with runners on first and second. And Reese Lewis almost got caught sleeping over there on first base. As a little surprise pickoff attempt from the pitcher proves to be a little unsuccessful. But nevertheless, it's a reminder that the Golden Rockets have to keep themselves on their toes. The 0-2 now from Chandler. He delivers breaking ball, strike 3. Grayson Sykes goes down looking. Great way to bounce back there for Chandler on the mound. After walking a batter and then hitting a batter, he comes back and strikes out Grayson Sykes in 3 pitches. So now that brings up number 2, Dalton Barnett. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch fastball fouled back out of play by Dalton Barnett. Connor Chandler looking to make his way off of the mound after getting himself in a little bit of a situation here. With runners on first and second. Always an opportunity to score when there's a runner on second base. Second pitch of the at-bat now from Chandler, and it hits Dalton Barnett right in the helmet. So that's pretty much worst case scenario for the McClain Tigers, as now that brings up the leadoff hitter and a slugger. Number 1, Braxton Ingalls will now step into the batter's box with bases loaded here in the bottom of the second. I might have mentioned earlier that Mason Stevens is the lone left-hander. I was mistaken. Braxton Ingalls also hits from the left side, and he dabbles in hitting from the right side as well. Tonight he'll choose to hit as a left-hander because of the right-handed pitcher. Chandler's now in the windup. His first pitch misses. 1-0 now. Another time Chandler has now fallen behind in the count. They'll try to bounce back here with a fastball that's grounded, fielded cleanly by the second baseman, and he flips over to the shortstop for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Rockets had an opportunity with bases loaded there, couldn't quite get out of it. Nonetheless, so far, scoreless here after 2, and the Tigers will get back up to bat here in just a minute. We'll be back right after this break.
Do it, center. Hi, my name is Mason Stevens. I'm a senior. I play first.
In Wellston, every baseball and softball season begins with a promise. A promise to show up, hard work, and represent our Rocket community with pride. But behind every swing, every pitch, every young athlete, there's a team you don't always see. The Golden Rocket Diamond Club makes it all possible, providing gear, equipment, field support, and opportunities for every player who wears the blue and gold. This is Total Media Sports coverage of Wellston baseball and softball, proudly presented by the Golden Rocket Diamond Club.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. What started in a garage with 2 people and a dream now employs over 100 with offices locally in Wellston, Waterford, and Cincinnati. VCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
All right, folks, we're back here for the start of the 3rd inning now, as the Tigers will finish their first trip through the lineup, beginning with Matthew Cummins in the 9 spot. He'll lead off this 3rd inning. Justin Jackson makes his throw down to shortstop. That signifies that the 3rd inning's just about to begin. A little meeting at the mound. The infielders will support their pitcher now. And number 3, Matthew Cummins steps in to the box for the first time tonight. Elijah Lung has done a good job of keeping himself out of too much trouble. So let's see if he can do the same. Now, start of the 3rd inning from the windup. Elijah Lung delivers. Ground ball, left side, fielded. Reese Lewis, he makes the throw in plenty of time. And another 1-pitch, 1-out start to an inning for Elijah Lung, as this time Cummins will ground out to the 3rd baseman, Reese Lewis, for the start of the 3rd inning. Now back to the top. For the McClain Tigers, Connor Chandler steps back into the box for the 2nd time. And anytime you're a pitcher, this is where you want to get even more careful. They've seen your pitches now. They understand what they're in for. So your location has to be pretty spot on. Let's see how Elijah Lung handles this 2nd time through the lineup. First pitch for the at-bat is fouled off out of play by Connor Chandler. Aggressive hitter. He saw 1 pitch his first at-bat, liked it enough to swing at it, and I believe he flew out to center field. And as well, this time, his second at-bat, his first pitch he sees, he swings at. This time it's fouled off behind him. And to begin the at-bat, 0-1. Justin Jackson makes his way out to the mound to visit Elijah Lung, talking some things over. A lot of scenarios that could have happened there. Maybe Chandler's picking up on a tell that Elijah's got with one of his pitches. Maybe he's taking a peek at Justin's sign. Who knows? Justin Jackson goes out there and attempt to resolve whatever issue there is, and he steps back now, and Connor Chandler will see the second pitch of his second at-bat. Elijah Lung, his pitch, breaking ball, just misses on the inner half of the plate. So 1-1 now for Connor Chandler, the leadoff hitter for the Tigers. 1-1 with one out. Elijah Lung's pitch is a fastball that's hit into the air to right field. Grayson Seitz coming in, trying to find it. And it looks like it bounces off of his glove, maybe. Couldn't quite catch the ball. Then he launches it behind second base now. So, another runner in scoring position now for the Tigers as Connor Chandler skies one out to right field. And he makes it on the base safely all the way to second base. That'll bring up now number 14, Hunter Peabody, the catcher for the Tigers, with runner in scoring position. Let's see what he decides to do here. One out here in the top of the third. Peabody steps in now with Connor Chandler on second base. Elijah Lung from the stretch now. He squares the bunt. Does Peabody, but he decides to pull back, and it is ball one. Pitch misses on the outer half of the plate. So Hunter Peabody squares the bunt, maybe in an attempt to move Connor Chandler over to third base, which gives Colton Lamb, who's on deck, better opportunity to drive him home. This time, no square, but there is a strike. So Elijah Lung evens the count up now at 1-1. As Hunter Peabody has now seen two pitches in this second at-bat, and we'll see what he decides to do next. The 1-1 from Elijah Lung, a pitch that was very, very elevated, is now fouled off behind the plate. So Hunter Peabody now finds himself in a 1-2 count. Big at-bat here for Elijah Lung, as he definitely wants to put this guy away to reach that 2-out mark before Colton Lamb steps into the batter's box. So the 1-2 here from Elijah Lung is a breaking ball. Strike three called. Elijah Lung comes back with a breaking ball, catches Hunter Peabody off guard, and now there are 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Great way to bounce back from that mishap in right field for Elijah Lung as he reaches his way to 2 outs now here in the top of the third. Number 7, Colton Lamb steps in with the runner at second. First pitch fouled behind for strike number 1. Colton Lamb in the top of the first hit a single. I believe his was a little bloop single right past the second baseman, Dalton Barnett. So if he does that again, the Tigers have an opportunity to score. As Elijah Lung comes back and misses outside. Evens the count at 1-1. So far from this McClain Tigers team, they've been a pretty aggressive group of hitters. And again, the 1-1 is grounded to the right side. Mason Stevens fields it. It's a race to the bag, and Mason Stevens wins. And that'll complete the top of the third inning as Elijah Lung escapes another situation with the runner in scoring position. But nonetheless, still scoreless after 2.5 here from Veterans Field. Coming back up will be the Golden Rockets on the offensive side. Let's see if they can get anything rolling. We'll be back right after this break.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at beliciofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Big plays, big smiles, and unforgettable moments. Capture them all with Corinne Janet Photography. From rocket game nights to senior portraits, family sessions, and special events, book your memories with Corinne today.
Come see the friendly faces at Gas and Stuff in Hamden for great deals on your favorite stuff. Gas and Stuff offers a wide variety of scrumptious hot and fresh pizzas and subs. Don't worry if you are watching your calories. They also offer crisp cold salads. And don't forget about your favorite Ohio lottery games. Gas and Stuff, convenience with a smile.
Built on hard work and hometown pride, Keith Mannering Trucking proudly supports local schools while delivering dependable hauling and trucking services throughout our community. Give Keith a call at 740-418-4295.
All right, folks, we're back for the bottom of the third inning now as the Golden Rockets will step back up on at the plate to try to get some runs put up on the board. Leading off the inning for the Golden Rockets will be Elijah Lung. We'll see what he gets to do now. As Connor Chandler wraps up his warm-up pitches. After Elijah Lung will be Justin Jackson, and then Mason Stevens are the first three due up for the Golden Rockets. Just on the other side of the fence here from Veterans Field, the Wellston girls softball team is playing. They're playing the South Webster Jeeps. Right now they're tied 0-0. And the softball team actually beat Alexander last night with a final score of 25-6. Sounds like almost like a football score to me. So the bottom of the third inning will begin now with Elijah Long stepping into the batter's box. Elijah Long, who is on the mound for the Golden Rockets, looks to help himself out and get something rolling here in the bottom of the third for the Golden Rockets. First pitch now from Chandler is swung on and missed as Elijah Long decides to swing at one a little elevated. The first time Elijah Long was at the plate, he reached on an error. That was when the third baseman Van Gundy overthrew his first baseman. Elijah Long again hits it to the left side, fielded again by Van Gundy. This time around, he makes the throw and beats Elijah Long to the bag for out number one at the bottom of the third. This will bring number 14, Justin Jackson, up to bat now. The senior catcher. First time around, Justin did single on a little bloop single to the right side. Chandler misses outside at the first pitch of the at-bat. Justin's single came a pitch after Elijah Long was picked off at second when he reached on error. As another one misses out for Chandler. Looks like Chandler's trying his best not to come too far inside on Justin Jackson. The 2-0 pitch now. Again, misses, this time high. And Justin Jackson now faces a 3-0 count. Connor Chandler going to do everything he can to prevent another walk. And he misses again. Must be high from Connor Chandler. So ball 4 called, and Justin Jackson will make his way to first base after another walk from Connor Chandler. So now with one out, one runner on, number 24, Mason Stevens, will step back into the batter's box. Mason Stevens had a really high pop-up in the infield his first time around, and he flew out to the second baseman, Easton Airy. Checking his little wristband for his play call. Josh Jackson over there on the third base side. I'm underway. Justin Jackson, pretty solid lead over there at first base. From the stretch is Chandler. Ball 1. So the last 5 pitches Chandler has delivered have been balls. Let's see what Mason Stevens decides to do with that information. 1-0 count. Quick move over to first base, but Justin Jackson's back in plenty of time. Pretty good attempt at a pickoff move there from Connor Chandler. He's been successful once tonight. Why not try again? Connor Chandler takes a look at Justin Jackson. And a little check swing from Mason Stevens results in a foul ball off to the left side inside the McClain Tigers dugout. Evens up the count at 1-1. Justin Jackson takes his lead at first base. You might see him run right here, folks. Mason Stevens squares the bunt, but pulls back. Ball gets behind the catcher, and Justin Jackson will advance over to second base, makes a big turn. Almost decided to go to third, but he decides to stop at second base. So now Mason Stevens will have a runner in scoring position with Justin Jackson making his way over to second base. Mason Stevens did square the bunt there. Let's see if he decides to do it again. Hunter Peabody behind the plate catching for the Tigers. Might have been a little thrown off by that. Ball gets by him. Now Justin Jackson's at second. Stevens does indeed square again. Pulls away. Strike called on the outer corner. And now it's 2-2 from Mason Stevens. Big spot here for Mason Stevens. Definitely want to put the ball in play and try to move Justin over if he can. Single scores him. Outfield's playing a little deeper than usual. So here's Mason Stevens. The 2-strike count. Breaking ball. Little ground ball. Softly hit over to the right side. Fielded by the second baseman, Easton Airy, and he makes the play as Mason Stevens is retired for the second out of the inning. But Justin Jackson did indeed advance over to third base. So now Carson McCorkle, the senior, the center fielder as well, will now step into the batter's box with a runner at third. Great opportunity to score here again for the Golden Rockets. But they'll have to do it with 2 outs. Connor Chandler back in the windup here for Carson McCorkle. First pitch, strike called on the outside corner. I think ever since Justin Jackson advanced over to second base, Connor Chandler kind of found his groove a little bit from the stretch, but now he's back in the windup. And Carson McCorkle softly hits a ground ball over to the second baseman, Easton Airy, and he makes the play as well. So again, the Golden Rockets with an opportunity to score, and again, they fall just short of getting that runner home. Scoreless after 3 from Veterans Field. You're watching on Total Media Sports. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
This factory has walls, but there's no ceiling.
Here, my ideas matter.
Join a team where you can use your unique talents to grow both personally and professionally. Apply today at belisiofoods.com/careers. That's BELLISIO foods.com/careers.
Big plays, big smiles, and unforgettable moments. Capture them all with Corinne Janet Photography. From rocket game nights to senior portraits, family sessions, and special events, book your memories with Corinne today.
Come see the friendly faces at Gas and Stuff in Hamden for great deals on your favorite stuff. Gas and Stuff offers a wide variety of scrumptious hot and fresh pizzas and subs. Don't worry if you're watching your calories. They also offer crisp cold salads. And don't forget about your favorite Ohio lottery games. Gas and Stuff, convenience with a smile.
Built on hard work and hometown pride, Keith Mannering Trucking proudly supports local schools while delivering dependable hauling and trucking services throughout our community. Give Keith a call at 740-418-4295.
The fourth inning is set to begin here shortly from Veterans Field. After 3 complete between this contest between the Wellston Golden Rockets and the McClain Tigers from Greenfield. Elijah Long back on the mound to begin his 4th inning of work now. And due up for McClain, number 10, Carson Chandler, number 11, Easton Airy, and number 13, Camden Pinwell. 4, 5, and 6 due for the McClain Tigers. That's right about exactly where you want to be in a stagnant game like this. Both teams have had a couple opportunities to score so far tonight. Neither of them have cashed in on that opportunity. And McClain is right in the position they want to be to start putting some runs up on the board. Golden Rockets catcher Justin Jackson make his throw down to second base, and we're getting ready to begin the 4th inning of baseball tonight from Veterans Field. Carson Chandler, the cleanup hitter for the McClain Tigers, had an opportunity earlier in the game to get a run home. Couldn't quite do it. Let's see what he starts tonight in the 4th inning for the McClain Tigers, as Elijah Long continues to deal on the mound. Long will be from the windup. First pitch of the 4th inning. Misses outside. The count is 1-0. Trying to work on that outer half of the plate is Elijah Long. Maybe trying to miss the barrel of Carson Chandler. Second pitch of the AB does about the same. This time a couple inches lower. Misses in the dirt. 2-0 now for Carson Chandler. Elijah Long again delivers, and the ball is fouled off to the right side from Carson Chandler. Shows the swing of the pitch again, was on the outer half of the plate. Trying to take it the other way. Went a little too far. So the foul ball makes the count 2-1. And Carson Chandler continues to try to find a pitch to hit. The 2-1 delivery from Elijah Long is rolled over to the left side, and Reese Lewis will kill the ball on the outside of the foul line there. So it'll be another foul ball from Carson Chandler. A pretty interesting swing there from Chandler. I think he might have been a little early. It looked to be like a breaking ball to me from Elijah Long, and he rolled it over. And Reese Lewis will touch the ball in foul territory. So the count's 2-2 now. All evened up. Elijah Long shakes off. Justin Jackson shakes him off again. Finds the pitch he wants. The 2-2 misses just high on Carson Chandler. So now the count will be full for the cleanup hitter for the McClain Tigers. Trying to limit free bases is Elijah Long. He's got a 3-2 count now. Strike 3 called as Carson Chandler decided not to swing at the pitch that seemed to be right where he wanted it to be. And Elijah Long will get his way out of the full count with a strikeout. And one down here to start the 4th inning for the McClain Tigers. That'll bring up now number 11, Easton Airy, the second baseman. After the strikeout from Carson Chandler, you know he's looking to hit. First pitch is indeed swung on and grounded to the shortstop. Braxton Ingles fields it cleanly. Long throw made over to Mason Stevens. And Easton Airy is retired after seeing one pitch in his at-bat. So just like that, from going to a full count on Carson Chandler, and what seemed like was going to be a longer inning for Elijah Long, he's already got 2 outs now. And that brings up number 13, Camden Pinwell, for the McClain Tigers. He'll try his hand after Elijah Long retires the first 2 of the 4th. First pitch of his AB misses over top of his head. Ball 1. Pinwell hitting in the 6th spot tonight. Will try to get stuff rolling for his team. Again, Elijah Long misses. This time on the outer half of the plate. And it'll be 2-0 on Camden Pinwell. The 2-0 is again called a ball, and this time it's 3-0. So Camden Pinwell's in a good spot to reach base. Trying to limit free bases. Elijah Long again will have to battle on the mound. 3-0 misses high. Ball 4 called. So Pinwell reaches base after seeing 4 straight balls. And that'll bring up number 12, Benny Van Gundy, the first baseman, with a runner on first and 2 outs. Reese Lewis playing up in the grass, preparing for a little ground ball. Everything seems normal except for Carson McCorkle's a little bit shifted toward the left side. So maybe playing a little bit of a shift. Expecting Van Gundy to be a little early on this. First pitch of his at-bat's a half swing. Gets past Reese Lewis, fielded by Braxton Ingles. Long throw deep in the hole. Braxton Ingles makes the play. Benny Van Gundy grounds out to the shortstop, Braxton Ingles, as he makes a major play to get out of the inning there. And the Golden Rockets again find themselves with a little bit of momentum. This time going into the bottom of the 4th. 0-0 is your score. And we'll see you on the other side of this break.
1900. Win or lose, we all deserve a treat. Celebrate Rocket baseball and softball with something sweet from Newkirk Bakery. Grab fresh baked favorites and our fun canned drinks for the whole team. Newkirk's Bakery, the sweetest stop in Wellston. Don't strike out on dinner. After cheering on your team, swing by the patio Grubs and Subs for hot, fresh pizza the whole crew will love. Now that is a game night win. Come see us at 114 South Ohio Avenue.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
All right, folks, we're back for the beginning of the bottom of the fourth inning. Golden Rockets, after the double play from Braxton Ingles, will step up into the plate now as number 5, Kyson Witt. First pitch of the inning from Chandler misses high on Witt, and it is 1-0. That throw from Braxton Ingles that we had in the top of the fourth there to end that. Pretty tough throw to make, especially from a shortstop deep in the hole. Chandler misses again high. 2-0 count now is what Kyson Witt will work with. Chandler again from the windup. This time tries his hand at a breaking ball, but it drops off below the zone. And now Kyson Witt sits at 3-0. The leadoff hitter for the inning. Good chance to get on base. Strike called on the inner side of the plate. So Chandler avoids a walk, at least for now. The 3-1 from Chandler. Strike called again, this time on the outer half of the plate. So Chandler's using just about every bit of the plate he's got. Works himself into a full count. Kyson Witt, the full count. This time misses again inside. And ball 4 for Kyson Witt. So he reaches base on a walk, and that will bring up the senior number 27, Reese Lewis. Now in that 2-1 loss against Oak Hill, the Golden Rockets found themselves in a little bit of a similar position as this. With a runner on first and Reese Lewis up to bat, and Reese Lewis laid down a beautiful bunt to advance the runner. This time, no square shown. And it's ball 1 from Chandler as he misses outside with a breaking ball. Again, Reese Lewis gets the sign from Josh Jackson over there on the third base side. And Chandler again misses. This time high with a fastball. So far in this inning, Connor Chandler's had a pretty tough time getting a hold of his pitches, trying to find the strike zone. And he misses again. And this is the second time this inning that Connor Chandler will begin the at-bat 3-0. Reese Lewis settles into the box now. 3-0 count. Great count for a hitter. And Chandler misses outside. So the second straight walk in the inning for Connor Chandler. Puts runners at first and second for the Golden Rockets with no outs. Grayson Sides makes his way up to the plate, but not before Coach Josh Moon for the Golden Rockets summons the home plate umpire. And looks like we're going to get a pinch runner in for number 27, Reese Lewis. So running for Reese Lewis will be number 17, Caden Sharp. So now with Caden Sharp on first and Kyson Witt on second, Grayson Sights in the box. The Golden Rockets are in good shape to get a run home this inning. 2 runners on, nobody out. Some speed on the base path so far. Grayson Sights, I'm sure he might try to lay down a bunt. Yes, he does. He squares, pulls back, and a strike is called as the catcher fires the ball over to second base. Kyson Witt makes it back safely. Sun's starting to come back out here at Veterans Field. It was cloudy for a little while. Beautiful weather tonight for a baseball game. So with the sun shining and an 0-1 count on Grayson Sights, Chandler from the stretch will deliver. And it is hit in the air. Little blooper to center field. And the center fielder makes his way over to the ball and catches it. That's number 7, Colton Lamb for the Tigers. As Grayson Sights flies out to the center fielder for out number 1 of the inning. So now with still 2 runners on here for the Golden Rockets, number 2, Dalton Barnett, will step into the box. And I'm sure his mindset is just to put the ball in play here and at least move the runners over. A single will score Kyson Witt. And Caden Sharp on first base. He's got some wheels as well. Barnett squares, bunts it back to the pitcher, and he does his job. Advances the runners to second and third, and a sacrifice bunt from Dalton Barnett brings Braxton Ingalls back into the batter's box. And he again has an opportunity to drive in some runners home with Kyson Witt at third and Caden Sharp at second base. Another position exactly where you want to be if you're the Golden Rockets. Braxton Ingalls ready to avenge his attempt last time with the bases loaded. Chandler delivers, and this time it's outside. Braxton Ingalls looking to do some damage here in the bottom of the 4th for the Golden Rockets. After 3.5 scoreless innings in this ball game. Breaking ball from Chandler finds the outer half of the plate, called for strike 1. The at-bat for Braxton Ingalls. The 1-1 now from Chandler. Braxton Ingalls, he's out in front of it. He grounds over to the right side, and the play is made by the second baseman, Easton Airy. So again, 2 runners are left on base for the Golden Rockets, and another opportunity to score is barely missed. So after 4 scoreless from Veterans Field, the Tigers will come back up to the plate, trying their hand at putting some runs up on the board. You're watching on Total Media Sports. We'll be right back after this break.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
Big games require big energy, and Health Watch Good Delights and Meal Prep keeps you fueled all week. The weekly menu drops every Monday on TikTok and Facebook, with pickups on Sunday at 806 Diggs Road in Wellston. Healthy made easy. True fans know that success in baseball is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. These same qualities are important to Lockhart Insurance Agency. Give us a call at 740-384-2020. We would like to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies. Looking for firearms, ammunition, military surplus, or survival supplies? Lock and Loaded Outfitters in Wellston has you covered at 107 West Broadway Street in Wellston. Open Monday through Saturday.
Welcome back. We're ready for the start of the 5th inning here in Wellston, as Elijah Lung will begin his 5th inning of work against the Tigers. Up to bat now, number 8 for the Tigers, Eli Douglas. First pitch of his at-bat misses low. 1-0 now for Douglas at the plate. Elijah Lung continues to pitch well in this game. Second pitch of his at-bat, grounded over to Braxton Ingalls at shortstop. Fields cleanly, sets his feet. The throw right on the money. Braxton Ingalls retires another runner for the McClain Tigers. And out number 1 is made here in the top of the 5th. One part about a pitcher's game is that it's not always about striking every batter out that you face. It's about creating weak contact for the hitter. And so far, I believe Elijah Lung has done a fantastic job of that, giving his fielders an excellent opportunity to make plays and get out of innings. The second at-bat of this inning starts with a fly ball out into left field. And Matthew Cummins flies out to the left fielder, Kyson Witt. And so again, another 1-pitch, 1-out at-bat for the Tigers. This time it's Matthew Cummins. Elijah Lung quickly starts the inning with 2 outs, trying to go 3 up, 3 down, as Connor Chandler will make his way back into the batter's box for the 3rd time around. Connor Chandler, the leadoff hitter for the McClain Tigers, so they're back to the top of their lineup as Hunter Peabody waits on deck. Lung, with 2 outs and a clean count, starts this at bat, and it's grounded over to Reese Lewis at third base. Bobbles picks it right back up. The throw made in time 3 up, 3 down for the Golden Rockets. A quick inning. And they'll come back into the dugout ready to get the sticks out and start putting some more runs up on the board. The inning will start with Elijah Long up to bat, and we'll see what the Golden Rockets do with their offensive turn in the 5th inning. Folks, we'll be right back again after this quick break.
South Street in Jackson. For excavation done right, trust Thompson & Son Excavation and Hauling. Proudly serving our community with dependable service and free estimates. Give them a call at 740-577-5577 or 740-577-1302. Teamwork, dedication, and sacrifice. The same values we see on the field are values held by our members of the VFW Post 9092 of Wellston. Proudly serving veterans, their families, and our community, the VFW works every day to honor those who served our country. Through local programs and community support, Post 9092 of Wellston continues to make a difference, honoring service and supporting our community.
And we're back now for the bottom half of the 5th inning as the Golden Rockets quickly get out of their defensive portion for the 5th. And they find themselves with helmets back on again after a very short period of time. Connor Chandler's still at work on the mound for the McClain Tigers. So far, he's done a pretty decent job. Only allowed 1 hit so far through 4 complete innings. He's struck out 1. His only defect, I guess, this game so far is 4 walks. But so far, it hasn't hurt him, as it's still scoreless here in the bottom of the 5th. So Connor Chandler's done a pretty good job of getting outs exactly when he needs to and avoiding the Golden Rockets putting too many runs up on the board. There have been a couple times the Golden Rockets have found themselves with a lot of runners in scoring position, and they could have blown this game up early pretty quickly. But instead, Connor Chandler's done a great job of keeping control of this one as he goes back to work here in the 5th inning with only allowing 1 hit so far. He's thrown 60 pitches. So we'll see when he starts to get tired. So far, no signs of that. Elijah Long will start off the inning for the Golden Rockets with a bat in his hand. And he's ready to go to work. Chandler, delivery. First pitch misses high. 1-0 now for Elijah Long. Little pitcher versus pitcher action to start the 5th inning. As Elijah Long has done a pretty good job on the mound himself tonight. He pops a fly ball in the infield. And the breaking ball, the spin does the job of the breaking ball as he flies out to the shortstop, Carson Chandler, to begin this 5th inning. That'll bring up number 14, Justin Jackson. Walking up to his Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone walk-up song. Sunshine did go away. Back to clouds here at Veterans Field in Wellston. First pitch of Justin Jackson's at-bat misses high. And it's 1-0 to begin his at-bat. I believe Justin Jackson's due for a pretty solid hit. He's had a couple of decent contact hits tonight. But I do think that he's ready to barrel one up. Chandler misses again, so it's 2-0 now for Justin Jackson. 2-0. There it is. That's a barrel out to left field. Making way. The center fielder gets under it and makes the play. Center fielder there, Colton Lamb, makes his way over. That'll be his right side. Tracks the ball well, gets under it, makes the play. So solid contact there from Jackson. But Lamb is able to make the play in center field. So now 2 outs for the Golden Rockets. Mason Stevens will step in now. He's wearing number 24 tonight. Done a good job at the first base side on defense. And his first pitch is fouled off to the left. And he'll begin his at-bat 0-1. Connor Chandler continuing to be sufficient tonight as Mason Stevens blues one out into left field, and they were playing the shift, and this one falls in fair territory. And Mason Stevens has himself a hit tonight with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Mason Stevens reaches base safely. And now Carson McCorkle will come up with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Eli Douglas, the left fielder for the McClain Tigers, seemed to have been playing a little bit too far to the right with the left-hander up to bat. Mason Stevens finds the weak spot of the outfield and drops the ball right in there for a single as Carson McCorkle is called for a strike, swinging in his first pitch of his at-bat. And it's 0-1 now for McCorkle. Carson 0 for 2 tonight. Had a double last night in the game against Alexander. That'd be a great time for one now, but instead he grounds one into the air, which is a funny sentence to say, but he grounds out to the pitcher. And that'll be it for the 5th inning, folks. It's still scoreless here. We're on our way to the top of the 6th inning. Only 2 more left to go here from Veterans Field in Wellston, Ohio. We'll be back right after this break. You're watching on Total Media Sports.
Every win starts with a strong game plan, and every project starts with Wilson Excavating. For demolition needs or installation of underground water, storm, and sewer lines, call 740-357-8471.
Hello, I'm Dustin Jackson. I'm a catcher. I'm a senior for the Wellston baseball team. On behalf of Wellston High School baseball and softball, I'd like to thank our Golden Rocket Diamond Club Gold Level sponsors for supporting our season.
Hi, I'm Maisie Wyatt, a senior. I played third base, and I'd like to thank Young's Mechanical Installation.
Hi, my name's Maddie Childers, senior, and I play catcher, and I'd like to thank the Wellston American Legion.
Hello, my name's Adrian. I'm a senior, so I play second base. I'd like to thank Jerry's Do It Center.
Hi, my name is Mason Stevens. I'm a senior. I play first base, and I'd like to thank Jackson Brothers Construction.
Hi, I'm Carson McClain. I'm a senior, play center field, and I'd like to thank Heartline Insurance.
Hi, I'm Riley Long, senior, play third base, and I'd like to thank General Mills.
Hi, I'm Reese Lewis, senior. I play third base. I'd like to thank the Sons of America League.
Thank you to all of our Rocket Diamond Club Gold sponsors for supporting Wellston baseball and softball.
Good people bring good people.
At Buckeye Construction and Restoration, it's the foundation of our projects and our company. What started in a garage with 2 people and a dream now employs over 100 with offices locally in Wellston, Waterford, and Cincinnati. VCR, preserving our history with the hands of craftsmen.
And folks, we're on our way now for the top of the 6th inning. Right on time as Elijah Lung for the first pitch of the inning misses high for ball 1 of the at-bat against Hunter Peabody. Peabody's 3rd at-bat of the night so far. Sees ball 1. Now he takes a breaking ball for another ball. And it's 2-0 to start the top of the 6th inning. Still no score here so far. Both teams a couple opportunities to score. Neither one of them have cashed in on it. And Elijah Lung bounces back now with a strike called down the middle. And it is 2-1. Peabody is 1 for 2 of the night. And he pops this one up to the right side. Mason Stevens giving chase way over to the left side in front of the dugout. And he can't make the play. Probably a lot of nerves running around the dugout in that area, trying not to hit the concrete in the dugout. Maybe he'll slip, maybe he'll fall. Tough play to make. So Mason Stevens drops that one over here in front of the Golden Rocket dugout. But it evens the count up, 2-2. Elijah Lung has done a pretty good job of putting batters away, either with a strikeout or with pretty weak contact so far tonight. So let's see what he does with Hunter Peabody. Elijah Lung from the windup, the 2-2. Just misses inside with a breaking ball. And now it'll be a full count, 3-2 now for Peabody. That pitch didn't miss by much. Nevertheless, it's a 3-2 count. Elijah Lung decides to throw the ball outside, and he will walk the first batter of the inning. So the top of the 6th for the McClain Tigers begins with a walk. And Hunter Peabody will now stand on first base as Colton Lamb will make his way to the batter's box. He'll take his sign from the third base coach. We'll see what kind of damage he can do now. Leadoff guy on. From the stretch, Elijah Lung misses down and out. Colton Lamb. Colton Lamb's 1-2. He had a single earlier in the game. So far, Elijah Lung has only given up 3 hits through 5 complete innings. The runner takes off at first base. Justin Jackson's throw down just off the mark and not quite in time. Peabody steals second base. And now the Tigers have a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Their 3-hole hitter up to bat, and Colton Lamb. Pretty good position for the Tigers here right now. Elijah Long with a 1-1 count. He's going to pitch from the stretch. Lamb squares the bunt, but then pulls back. And ball 2 is called to the at-bat. So it's now 2-1 for Colton Lamb. Hunter Peabody standing on second base, ready to score on any sort of contact. Mason Stevens playing in. Decent bunt coverage here. And Lamb looks like he gets it down in fair territory, but no. They're going to call foul. I'm going to guess it maybe hit him in the box as he laid the bunt down. I'm also going to say if he didn't make contact with that ball with his bat, he was going to make contact with it with his chest. That pitch was pretty far inside, but he was able to make contact with it. But it's a 2-2 count now for Colton Lamb with a runner on second base. 2-strike count maybe takes away the bunt idea. Elijah Long delivers, and it's a line drive right back up the middle from Lamb. Peabody got a good jump. He's going to round third. Center fielder Carson McCorkle picks up, throws, and it's going to have to be cut off by the first baseman Mason Stevens. So Hunter Peabody will score after an RBI single from Colton Lamb here in the top of the 6th inning. So the first run of the night has finally been scored here in the top of this 6th inning. Took a little while, but the Tigers are on the board. So 1-0 now in the top of the 6th. And Elijah Long will have to get back on that mound with a runner on first base now. This will bring up Carson Chandler. He's the 4-hole hitter. A little bit of momentum on his side. Runner takes off. Justin Jackson, great time here. He gets it to Braxton Ingles, who lays the tag down. And Justin Jackson has caught Colton Lamb stealing second base. So the Tigers tried again to move a runner over freely. Justin Jackson says, no, sir. And that'll be the first out of the inning for the Golden Rockets. So that takes away the variable at first base for Elijah Long. He'll resort back to the windup. His delivery is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed from Carson Chandler. So now an 0-2 count here from Carson Chandler with nobody on. Thanks to Justin Jackson catching Lamb stealing. The 0-2 from Lung. Just inside. Misses for ball 1. Justin Jackson had a fabulous pop time there, and whenever Colton Lamb took off and was able to catch the runner stealing. Good job by Braxton Ingles to lay the tag down. The 1-2 from Lung misses high. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. Long back on top of the hill. He's ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch, and it's fouled off to the right side by Carson Chandler as he extends his at-bat. Being the 4-hole hitter, I'm sure he's used to situations like this, having multiple pitches per AB. And he'll stay alive in this one. Still a 2-2 count. Lung throws, misses high. So Carson Chandler now finds himself in a full count. Great way to work back into a competitive at-bat against the young pitcher now. So Chandler, the full count, and the delivery from Lung misses down and out. Ball 4. So another runner now on bag for the McClain Tigers. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 11, Easton Airy. So we get a timeout called here from Coach Josh Moon of the Golden Rockets as he decides to go out there and take a moment and talk to his pitcher. One thing I do want to mention now, right before we got underway here in the top of the 6th inning, helping warm up the right fielder was number 11, Rylan Long, and he was in baseball pants and a baseball jersey. So he's nearing his return after his hamstring injury at Myrtle Beach. So once he comes back He'll be ready to rock and roll after taking a couple of nights off. So the mound visit is now over with. Elijah Long back into the stretch now with Carson Chandler on first base. Elijah Long steps off the mound and Chandler dives back to first base safely. No throw is made by Long, just keeping the runner honest. Easton Airy prepares for his at-bat. The first pitch, swung on, grounded left side, backhanded. Ingles bobbled. He still decides to make the throw, but it's just a bit late. And Easton Airy will reach safely on first base after the ground ball to the left side. So now again, 2 runners on for the McClain Tigers. A lot of work to be done to get out of this one by Elijah Long. Number 13, Camden Penwell, will now step back in to the batter's box with a runner in scoring position with Chandler at second base. First pitch of his at-bat is a breaking ball that misses out. And so begin the at-bat 1-0. 1 down here in the top of the 6th. And the sun is back out. Hopefully the outfielders have their sunglasses on. Sun's shining, 1-0 count from Elijah Long. Again, misses, down and out. 2-0. Elijah Long, I believe, has pitched enough in his day to understand that after 2 straight pitches kind of like that, there's a simple adjustment that needs to be made. So I believe he'll make this adjustment here, and he'll work a competitive at-bat now against Camden Penwell. So the 2-0 misses just a bit high. So he worked away from the down and out miss, but now he's missing a little bit high. So 3-0 now for Camden Penwell. 2 runners on in the top of the 6th for the Tigers. They hold a 1-0 advantage right now over the Golden Rockets, as the 3-0 is pitched right down the middle from Elijah Long. Finds the strike zone. Now it's 3-1. Still a ways to go for Elijah Long to get out of this 3-1 at-bat. He's on the right track now. The 3-1 for Penwell. And that one misses high again as well. So the walk by Long puts Penwell at first. That moves the other 2 runners to second and third. And the Tigers load the bases here in the top of the 6th. Coach Josh Moon will make a pitching change, and he'll bring the left fielder Kyson Witt onto the hill to pitch the remainder of the 6th inning. Great job tonight from Elijah Long as he'll exit the game here in the 6th inning with 1 out. Kyson Witt will be on the mound. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back after this pitching change. Your score is 1-0 with 1 out in the top of the 6th. The base is loaded. We'll see you on the other side.
In Wellston, every baseball and softball season begins with a promise. A promise to show up, hard work, and represent our Rocket community with pride. But behind every swing, every pitch, every young athlete, there's a team you don't always see. The Golden Rocket Diamond Club makes it all possible, providing gear, equipment, field support, and opportunities for every player who wears the blue and gold. This is Total Media Sports coverage of Wellston baseball and softball, proudly presented by the Golden Rocket Diamond Club.
All right, folks, we're back now after the pitching change has been made from Coach Josh Moon of the Golden Rockets. Now on the mound is number 5, Kyson Witt. And this is his first pitching appearance, I believe, since the Myrtle Beach trip. So Kyson Witt's a sophomore. He comes into this one with the bases loaded, only 1 out in the top of the 6th. Trying to prevent the Tigers from scoring any more as they already hold a 1-0 advantage over the Golden Rockets. Number 12, Benny Van Gundy, will be the batter that Kyson Witt will face. So Elijah Long exits the game after 5.1 innings pitched, giving up 5 hits and an earned run. So we'll see how Kyson Witt fares now with the bases loaded. He's from the windup. First pitch, swung on, grounded left side, into the hole, fielded Braxton Ingles. He makes a long throw, got him at first base. So the out is made from Braxton Ingles after a fabulous play. But number 10, Carson Chandler, who was standing on third base, does score. So the Tigers' advantage improves now to 2-0. And there's still work to be done. Runners on second and third. Now with 2 outs. Kyson Witt again, back in the windup. He misses high with a fastball, and it'll be 1-0 to begin the at-bat on Eli Douglas. The left fielder coming now with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch number 2 is a fastball in the outer half that swung on and missed. Witt evens the count up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch swung on, fouled, out of play, back behind us. So Kyson Witt makes his way all the way back to a 1-2 count after coming in with the bases loaded and only 1 out. So now the 1-2 pitch, 2 on, 2 out, top of the 6th for the Tigers. Witt's delivery misses low. Great body up there from the catcher, Justin Jackson, as he prevents the ball from escaping his range of movement and also prevents the runner from scoring. So again, 2 on, 2 out. The count is 2-2. Kyson Witt misses high. This time it's off the top of Justin Jackson's catcher's mitt. And the runner from third will indeed score. It was number 11, Easton Airy, who advances on the wild pitch from Kyson Witt there. And now the score is 3-0. So the McClain Tigers, with a 3-run inning so far, in the top of the 6th, late in the game, have opened this one up pretty late. It's a full count now. Witt's delivery from the windup is fouled off again by Eli Douglas. So Douglas battling hard to keep this inning alive for the Tigers. Matthew Cummins waits on deck. Again, the 3-2. Ball 4 called. Kyson Witt as he misses high again. So Matthew Cummins will make his way to the batter's box, up to the plate. Bat in hand, helmet on head, runners at the corners. 3-0 is your score. Tigers hold that advantage over the Golden Rockets, with Kyson Witt on the mound here with 2 out in the 6th inning. Kyson Witt came in from left field. It's not a whole lot of warm-up available. And the umpire has called some sort of timeout. And a balk will be called on the pitcher, Kyson Witt, before Cummins was able to sky that one out into center. So an illegal movement made from the pitcher, number 5, Kyson Witt, as now the first base runner, Eli Douglas, will move to second base. And I believe Camden Pinwell, who was on third base, scores due to the balk. So the home plate umpire will explain to the Wellston coach, Josh Jackson, exactly what he saw and why the balk was called, which means no pitch was made. So after the balk, Kyson Witt now on the stretch. Cummins up to bat. Lines one up the middle. This one is the center field now. The runner on second will turn. He's running home. It's cut off. And he scores. And the throw to second base is not in time either. So Cummins, with a line drive into center field, scores number 8, Eli Douglas, from second base. And on the throw back to second base to try and tag out Matthew Cummins, was too late as well. So the Tigers keep their inning alive after that line drive double from Matthew Cummins, and that will bring up the top of their lineup, Connor Chandler. So Chandler now is still a runner in scoring position, facing a new pitcher. First pitch is grounded to the right side. Ground ball, fielded cleanly. Elijah Lung spikes it into the ground, no good. Mason Stevens can't make the scoop. Cummins will score, and Chandler will advance to second base. And the Tigers again keep rolling with this 2-out rally after the error is made from second baseman Elijah Lung. So a major turn of events here in the top of the 6th inning in this ball game, as the Tigers now hold a significant run advantage over the Golden Rockets late in the ball game. Still in the meat of their lineup are the Tigers. The 2-hole hitter now, Hunter Peabody, steps in for another at-bat. Again, a runner in scoring position for the McClain Tigers. Kyson Witt delivers. This one misses inside. So 6 total runs scored here so far in the top of the 6th inning for the McClain Tigers. Hunter Peabody now will try to keep this inning alive. Still 2 down. Kyson Witt, the 1-0. From the stretch, grounded to the left side, and it gets between the legs of third baseman Reese Lewis. So another fielding mishap from the Golden Rockets in this one keeps the inning alive for the McClain Tigers, as that one just was a little bit too much to handle there for Reese Lewis. Came hot off the bat on the ground to the left side, and Reese Lewis wasn't able to come up with it. So again, runners at the corners for the Tigers. Seemed like that's happened a couple times so far, even in this inning alone. Colton Lamb now the batter. With runners at the corners, he'll take his first pitch for a ball as it misses high and in. Colton Lamb is 2 for 3 tonight with an RBI already. He'll try to add to that. Second pitch of his at bat is called for a strike on the right outer half of the plate. Kyson Witt evens the count up at 1-1. The 1-1 now for Lamb. Ground to the left side, foul. And third base coach bobbles it. So now it's 1-2 for Kyson Witt as he tries to finally get out of this one. 6 runs scored in the 6th inning for the Tigers. Colton Lamb, however, is going to try to keep this one alive. 2 on, 2 out. The runners at the corners. The 1-2 from Witt misses outside. And it evens up the count at 2-2. Colton Lamb, 3-hole hitter, looking for something in his zone. He can drive out to the field. The 2-2 now misses low. Justin Jackson, the catcher, got a body on it. Kept it in the dirt. But the runner from first does advance to second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position again for the Tigers. And a full count on the batter, Colton Lamb. 3 balls, 2 strikes after a long 6th inning. The McClain dugout clapping, cheering on their hitter, Colton Lamb. The 3-2 swung on, bloop to right, and it'll fall down. Colton Lamb singles. He scores the third base runner and the second base runner as well. So a 2 RBI single for Colton Lamb in the top of the 6th inning makes this one 8-0. As the Greenfield McClain Tigers have opened this one up late. And Carson Chandler will make his way back to the batter's box in this inning. I believe Chandler led off the inning. Could be mistaken. But he's back. First pitch misses. Ball 1. Kyson Witt still on the mound for the Golden Rockets. So now at this point in the game, you're trying to limit as many runs as you give up if you're the Golden Rockets. You still got 2 opportunities to hit, but you got to stop the Tigers from scoring. Their 4-hole hitter, their cleanup, is up to bat now. And he's got a 2-0 count to work with Colton Lamb on first base. So the Tigers done a pretty good job of extending this inning as often as they can. They've cashed in on just about every opportunity they've missed in the game. So they've kind of avenged themselves a little bit here. Kyson Witt's 2-0 pitch. Again, misses low. This time this one gets past Justin Jackson. And Lamb advances to second base. So Colton Lamb now in scoring position. And a 3-0 count for Chandler. And you'll get a mound visit here from the coach. He'll bring the infield in and give them a little talk here. So the Golden Rockets have given up 8 runs so far this inning, and they've also had several errors in this inning. A lot of mishaps in the field, which I think have led to the 8 runs being scored. A couple walks, free bases, and then hits when they needed it. So the Tigers have done a good job of playing the game and cashing in on what the Golden Rockets have given them. So as Josh Jackson talks to his team at the center of the diamond, we'll see what changes will be made following this visitation. After Elijah Lung came out of the ball game, instead of replacing Kyson Witt in left field, he went to second base now. So it's Carson McCorkle still in center. Dalton Barnett moved to left field. Grayson Seitz is still in right. As Kyson Witt finds his way into the strike zone now, it's 3-1 on Carson Chandler. So Josh Jackson was able to settle him down just a little bit. He finds a strike. It's 3-1 now. Runner in scoring position, 2 down in the top of the 6th. Witt delivers, spikes it into the ground, gets past Jackson. Lamb rounds third, but decides to stay, and Carson Chandler will take his free base. And for another time in the 6th inning, the Tigers have runners at the corners. Sometimes it's said in the baseball world that the hardest out to get is the last one. Usually that's meant the last one of the game, but could also say it's pretty hard to get the last out of the inning. The Rockets have had 2 outs for a long time now, and the Tigers just keep on fighting. They've had their rally caps on. They've done a good job of putting the ball in play when they need to and having great plate discipline so far in this 6th inning. Number 11, Easton Airy, steps in now for the Tigers. Runners on first and third. Colton Lamb at third base. Carson Chandler at first base. The pitch from Witt is softly hit over to the right side, and Mason Stevens has no problem with it. So after a long 6th inning, the Tigers put up 8 runs after a pitching change was made about halfway through. Golden Rockets have some work to do. They're going to come back with bats in hand, ready to get back to work. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you on the other side of this one.
Big plays, big smiles, and unforgettable moments. Capture them all with Corinne Janet Photography. From rocket game nights to senior portraits, family sessions, and special events, book your memories with Corinne today.
Come see the friendly faces at Gas and Stuff in Hamden for great deals on your favorite stuff. Gas and Stuff offers a wide variety of scrumptious hot and fresh pizzas and subs. Don't worry if you're watching your calories. They also offer crisp cold salads. And don't forget about your favorite Ohio lottery games. Gas and Stuff, convenience with a smile.
Built on hard work and hometown pride, Keith Mannering Trucking proudly supports local schools while delivering dependable hauling and trucking services throughout our community. Give Keith a call at 740-418-4295. If life throws you a curveball, you don't have to face it alone. For local experienced legal representation, call Lori Silcott Oosley, attorney at law, 740-384-1900. Win or lose, we all deserve a treat. Celebrate Rocket baseball and softball with something sweet from Newkirk Bakery. Grab fresh baked favorites and our fun canned drinks for the whole team. Newkirk's Bakery, the sweetest stop in Wellston.
All right, folks, we're back now for the second half of the 6th inning. The Golden Rockets gave up 8 in the top of the 6th, so now they've got to do some work themselves on the offensive side of the field. Kyson Witt will lead off the Golden Rockets in this 6th inning. After him will be Reese Lewis and then Grayson Seitz. So that's who's due up for the bottom of the 6th for the Golden Rockets. Let's see what kind of work they can do. Connor Chandler still on the mound for the Tigers. He starts the 6th inning, and he rolls a ground ball over to the right side, second base, when Easton Airy scoops it up and delivers a good throw to the first baseman, Benny Van Gundy. Kyson Witt grounds out to start the 6th inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. And now it's Reese Lewis's turn in the 6th inning. Chandler's delivery to Reese Lewis is inside, and he misses for ball 1. Now, there's a lot of different mindsets you can have for the Golden Rockets here after an inning like they just had. So it's important that they come back with the right mindset to keep playing, do their best to crawl out of this hole that they've dug. And it starts with getting runners on base. So far, Reese Lewis faces a 2-0 count. But Chandler comes back with a breaking ball, and he finds the zone and makes it 2-1. So Chandler goes back to what he feels comfortable with in the breaking ball. And he gets the first strike, but then he comes back with a fastball. Catches Reese Lewis a little off guard after seeing the breaking ball, and it gets him inside on the hands. Grounds it back to the pitcher, Chandler, who makes the play at first base. So already 2 down now for the Golden Rockets. And that'll bring up number 3, Grayson Seitz, up to bat. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Chandler's delivery to Grayson Seitz misses inside. It'll be 1-0. Grayson Seitz, the right fielder, has some pretty good ABs, I would say. I got to be honest, he sees a lot of pitches. He does a good job of looking at them. And so now it's 1-1 as he begins to hit his third at-bat of the night. He sees another breaking ball. Now it's 1-2. So it seems like Connor Chandler's most comfortable pitch would be his breaking ball. There's been a couple times he's fallen behind in the count and come back with that to be his strike pitch. So now it's 1-2. His delivery's high. Grayson Seitz gives no chase. So now it's 2-2 for Grayson Seitz with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. As the Rockets trail behind the Tigers 8-0. The 2-2's another breaking ball. This time he misses inside. So Grayson Seitz works his way to a full count. So the 3-2 with 2 outs from Connor Chandler. He delivers. Swung on, fouled off. Grayson Seitz stays alive in his AB here in the bottom of the 6th. Just across the way now, the Golden Rocket softball team has found themselves in a 5-0 matchup against South Webster as they hold 5 runs over South Webster. A 3-2 to Grayson Seitz is a breaking ball that's outside, and he gives no chase again. So a good eye there from Grayson Seitz to lay off the breaking ball on the outer half of the plate, and he earns himself a base after watching 4 balls go by. So the Rockets get a base runner now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that brings up number 2, Dalton Barnett, who moved over to left field after Kyson Witt took the position on the mound. So from the stretch now is Chandler, and his first pitch misses again. It'll be 1-0 the count. For the Tigers, with an 8-0 advantage over the Golden Rockets. And Connor Chandler on the mound delivers a strike. Makes it 1-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Grayson Seitz takes his lead off of first base. Chandler takes a look at him. He slide steps, delivers. Dalton Barnett pops one up on the right side, and it is caught by first baseman Benny Van Gundy. And the Tigers get out of the inning. So, 6 complete here from Veterans Field here in Wellston. The Tigers hold a lead over the Golden Rockets 8-0. And I think we'll stay right here with you as they change positions here. So, the Tigers get back into the inning, getting ready to prepare for offense, and I think we're going to have another pitching change for the Golden Rockets. Kyson Witt will take a step off of the mound, and Justin Jackson will come in. So as he takes his warm-up pitches after the pitching change, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this one for the top of the 7th. Folks, you're watching on Total Media Sports. My name is Carter Witt. We'll see you in the 7th inning.
Ohio Valley Bank President Larry Miller.
I started working at Ohio Valley Bank 36 years ago, and it truly is a family atmosphere. It's more than just the bottom line numbers. It's about the people. Woody Hayes is famous for saying you win with people, and that's exactly right. People are the difference maker, and I'm proud to serve alongside of them. Here at Ohio Valley Bank, we cherish our employees because they really do want to make a difference in their communities. Why would you bank anywhere else?
True fans know that success in baseball is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. These same qualities are important to Lockhart Insurance Agency. Give us a call at 740-384-2020. We would like to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies.
All right, folks, we're back now for the start of the 7th inning. Justin Jackson will be on the mound to start the 7th here for the Golden Rockets. Now, a little background on who's calling the game for you guys tonight. I actually had the privilege of playing with some of these players as I just graduated high school last year. So, Justin Jackson was always a pretty confident pitcher. Anytime he got the nod and the coach handed him the rock, he was always ready to go out there and run to the mound and start pitching. So now he'll take over for Kyson Witt, who came into the 6th inning with bases loaded and 1 out. Looks like Elijah Lung moved behind the plate, so he'll be the catcher now for Justin Jackson as we begin the top of the 7th inning. And it looks like the Tigers will have a new batter we haven't seen just before this game. And now hitting for the Tigers is number 17, Jace Stortz. So he'll step in for the first time tonight against the new pitcher, Justin Jackson, here in the top of the 7th inning. 8-0 Tigers. Jackson from the windup delivers, and it's fouled to the left side. Opposite field, foul ball there from Stortz, as this is the first left-handed batter that the McClain Tigers have put up at the plate tonight. So Jackson starts off 0-1 after the foul ball. Shakes off Lung. He delivers. Again, fouled off from Stortz. And another aggressive hitter from the McClain Tigers. This is his first at-bat. Is Stort's first at-bat. And he's come into this one swinging the first 2 pitches he's seen. So Jackson has an 0-2 count now. And Stortz will call time just after Jackson starts his windup. So timeout granted there for the batter, Jace Stortz, as he faces an 0-2 count. And Justin Jackson's looking for a strikeout. I can feel it. He delivers but misses high. Stortz gives no chase. So 1-2 now for Jace Stortz. Justin Jackson will deliver his 1-2 pitch. He misses again high around the same area. So Stortz doing a good job of not going anywhere outside the zone. And he works the count even to 2-2. So Stortz is hitting for number 13, Camden Pinwell, the third baseman. And his 2-2 count pitch is going to be another ball. So Stortz, after starting his at-bat 0-2, has worked his way to a full count in place of Camden Pinwell, the third baseman. And Benny Van Gundy stands on deck. So the 3-2 delivery from Justin Jackson. And Stortz grounds it to the right side. Mason Stevens feels it cleanly, steps on the bag for out number 1 in the top of the 7th. So Stortz put up a good AB after starting down 0-2, works it to full count, puts solid contact on the ball, just gets a little on top of it. Mason Stevens makes a great play over the first base, retires the first batter of the inning. So now in the box for the Tigers is number 12, Benny Van Gundy, the first baseman. He remains in the lineup. Justin Jackson delivers first pitch high for ball 1. Still a great night out here today, folks. Weather's been great. Sun comes out every now and again, warms everybody up after the clouds chill them all off. 1-0 from Jackson. And this is inside, so now it's 2-0 on Van Gundy. Van Gundy is 1 for 3 tonight, and he does have an RBI. He had that RBI single earlier in the game. And Jackson's 2-0 pitch is fouled off. Got a little bit of the face mask of Elijah Lung, the catcher. So the umpire will walk the baseball out to Justin Jackson where the mound's at. Give Elijah Lung a little bit of time to recuperate from that foul ball hitting him in the face. So after an 8-run 6th inning for the Tigers, they come back and have a defensive stand in the bottom of the 6th, prevent the Rockets from scoring. Still so far through 6 complete innings. And now there's one down at the top of the 7th. Jackson's pitch is again fouled off by Van Gundy. And it'll be 2-2 now. That looked to be a breaking ball from Justin Jackson. So Benny Van Gundy, the first baseman for the Tigers, faces a 2-2 count as Justin Jackson looks to put him away. From the windup, the 2-2 swung on, hit out to left field, and it is caught over there by the left fielder. That's Kyson Witt back out there in left field after Justin Jackson replaced him on the mound. So Kyson Witt's able to locate the fly ball, gets underneath of it, makes the play. 2 down now here in the top of the 7th as Justin Jackson looks to finish the inning clean. And number 8 for the Tigers steps in. That's going to be Eli Douglas, the left fielder. The first pitch to Douglas is ground to the left side. That's going to be Braxton Ingles. He bobbles it, tries to recover, but can't get there in time to make the play. So Eli Douglas hits a ground ball over the shortstop. And another error is made from the Golden Rockets here, and he reaches base safely after the E6. So the Tigers find another way to get on base here in the 7th inning. And that'll bring up number 3, Matthew Cummins, the right fielder, after the year to try to keep this inning alive. Jackson, quick move over to first base, but not in time, as Douglas is able to make it back to first base safely. So the pickoff attempt is unsuccessful, but it will keep the runner honest. To keep the runner honest. Jackson, clean count from the stretch, delivers, misses on the inside half of the plate to Matthew Cummins. Connor Chandler waits on deck to start the lineup over again. He's their leadoff hitter. So the 1-0 from Justin Jackson is a strike down the middle. Matthew Cummins decides not to swing. So now it's 1-1 with 2 outs here. And the sun's back out. Justin Jackson begins as if he's going to go from the windup, decides to step off. So now he's back in the stretch with a runner on first. Cummins at the plate. And he'll take a look at a ball down and low from Justin Jackson. And it is now 2-1. Cummins gets his sign from the third base coach, over on the third base side. Steps back into the box. So now, with Douglas over at first base, the 2-1 from Jackson is swung on and fouled off. So now it's 2-2. Justin Jackson's first inning of work from the mound here. He's done a pretty good job. He had a ground out, then a line out. Then an error was made, and now here he is. The 2-2 with 2 outs here from Justin Jackson. He delivers. Strike 3 call down the middle. And the home plate umpire rings up Matthew Cummins to end the top of the 7th. One last try for the Golden Rockets. They've got a lot of work to do here, folks. You're watching on Total Media Sports. My name's Carter Witt. We'll be back right after this break for the bottom of the 7th inning here at Veterans Field in Wellston, Ohio.
Big games require big energy, and Health Watch Good Delights and Meal Prep keeps you fueled all week. The weekly menu drops every Monday on TikTok and Facebook with pickups on Sunday at 806 Diggs Road in Wellston. Healthy made easy. Looking for firearms, ammunition, military surplus, or survival supplies? Lock and Loaded Outfitters in Wellston has you covered at 107 West Broadway Street in Wellston. Open Monday through Saturday. At Southern Ohio Smiles in Jackson, they're proud to support our local athletes. Offering general dental services and implant dentistry, they can help your smile be strong on and off the field. Call 740-577-3230 or visit them at 41 East South Street in Jackson. For excavation done right, trust Thompson & Son Excavation and Hauling. Proudly serving our community with dependable service and free estimates. Give them a call at 740-577-5577 or 740-577-1302.
All right, folks, we're back for the last bit of action here from Veterans Field. Bottom of the 7th just about underway as the McClain Tigers lead the Golden Rockets 8-0 here in this one. Due up for the Golden Rockets is the top of their lineup, though. So they'll start with Braxton Ingles, then Elijah Long, and then Justin Jackson here in the bottom of the 7th. So not too much ball game left to go here. The Golden Rockets are going to do their best to crawl out of this one as they face an 8-0 deficit here to the McClain Tigers. One big inning from the Tigers has kind of proved to be the story of the game so far. The Tigers had an 8-run top of the 6th inning. So far, the Golden Rockets have not cashed in on the opportunities to score just yet. So the bottom of the 7th is now underway. Braxton Ingles takes a look at the first pitch strike. And Connor Chandler starts off the 7th inning with a strike. That's his 85th pitch of the game. And he throws it strong. And then he comes back with a breaking ball. And now it's 0-2 quickly on leadoff hitter Braxton Ingles. So Chandler, you would have thought he just started throwing. The 0-2 here to start the 7th inning is fouled off from Braxton Ingles. Chandler went back to the breaking ball. And Ingles got a piece of it to keep his at-bat alive. So another 0-2. Back with the fastball is Chandler, but he misses high. Braxton Ingles lays off. So now it's 1-2 here. Very smart hitter is Braxton Ingles. He understands not to chase in situations like this. So the 1-2 now, and a breaking ball he swings over top of. And so that'll be the first out of the bottom of the 7th. And that'll bring up the 2-hole hitter, number 4, Elijah Long. Only 2 outs to go for the McClain Tigers as they hold an 8-0 lead over the Golden Rockets. Chandler's first pitch to Long. Strike called on the outside corner. And he begins the at-bat 0-1. Long steps back in. The 0-1 is a breaking ball swung over top of by Long. And so it's 0-2 quickly here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Elijah Long decides to call time, get his thoughts in order before he faces his 0-2 pitch from Connor Chandler. From the windup, Chandler delivers 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Elijah Long is now retired for the second out of the bottom of the 7th inning. And that'll bring up the senior number 14, Justin Jackson. Justin Jackson was the pitcher of the top of the 7th inning. And he got out at 4 batters after an error. So now he steps into the plate on the offensive side, and Chandler begins the at-bat with a breaking ball. And now it is 0-1. So for the first 3 batters at the bottom of the 7th inning, Chandler started off strong with a strike. The 0-1 to Jackson. Another breaking ball. Same result. 0-2 now. Tigers are 1 strike away from sealing this one up. Very strong inning from Chandler. So the 0-2 to Justin Jackson is another breaking ball. And this one misses. Chandler can't quite get out of this one as quickly as he had hoped. It's 1-2 now. Justin Jackson back in the box from the windup. The 1-2, another breaking ball, goes back to it. Strike 3 looking, and Justin Jackson goes down. So that'll be the final out of this one tonight, folks. The McClain Tigers beat the Golden Rockets 8-0 after 7 innings. So a complete game tonight. But the top of the 6th inning proved to be the kicker tonight for the McClain Tigers. They scored 8 runs here in the top of the 6th, and then they'll go home with a victory over the Golden Rockets. We'll take a very quick break, listen to a word from our sponsors, then we'll be right back with a couple of post-game things, and then that'll be it. So we'll see you right after this break.
Every win starts with a strong game plan, and every project starts with Wilson Excavating. For demolition needs or installation of underground water, storm, and sewer lines, call 740-357-8471.
teamwork, dedication, and sacrifice. The same values we see on the field are values held by our members of the VFW Post 9092 of Wellston. Proudly serving veterans, their families, and our community, the VFW works every day to honor those who served our country. Through local programs and community support, Post 9092 of Wellston continues to make a difference, honoring service and supporting our community.
All right, folks, we're back for a little post-game talk now after the 8-0 loss to the McClain Tigers. So the winning pitcher for tonight for the McClain Tigers will be number 9, Connor Chandler, as he throws a complete game, and he does a pretty good job. He only gave up 2 hits on the night to the Golden Rockets, and Chandler struck out 4, walked 5. Throws a complete game, finishes this one strong with a very strong 7th inning. And the losing pitcher for tonight for the Golden Rockets will be Elijah Long. And so the Golden Rockets next week have a pretty busy schedule. They got a very busy week. They'll play at Meigs on Monday night, and then they'll play at home versus Valley on Tuesday. And then they're at River Valley on Wednesday and back at home versus Nelsonville York on Friday. So 3 league games for the Golden Rockets next week. So keep an eye out for those league standings and those TVC games. Those are the big ones. But, folks, it was an honor to be on the air tonight with you guys. My name is Carter Witt. You were listening on Total Sports. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and God bless.